The country's tourism industry has the potential to boost economic growth and offer major job opportunities. Youth4Tourism intends to bring together a diverse range of businesses to assist in unlocking this possibility. It aims to create over 1,000 youth jobs. So to unpack this further with us, I'm joined now by the Chief Transformation Officer at Sanlam, Rayanne Sedres. Thank you so much, Rayanne, for your time, and a very good morning to you. Let's talk a little bit about exactly how this Youth4Tourism is actually going to work. I mean, first of all, I think it's fabulous stuff because the tourism industry has certainly experienced a knock during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Good morning, Faith, and good morning to your viewers. Thank you for having me this morning. So yes, I mean, I think if we look at unemployment in South Africa at the moment, it's ever increasing. And specifically the first quarter of this year, we saw youth unemployment even going up to close on 60%, which is quite alarming for us. It should be alarming for us, both as corporates, but also as general society. And so this Youth4Tourism program really seeks to help create jobs that will support youth, specifically to get skilled up in the gig economy, where they're able to get skills like videography, photography, content creators, influencers, and they're able to actually use those skills to showcase iconic South African tourist attraction sites, both for local and for international travelers, and hopefully we stimulate the tourism sector itself.
Yeah. They often say that, Rayanne, when it comes to young people, as well as the way that they are able to see things or perceive things, whether it's in the tourism industry especially, is so different to us that are perhaps of an older generation, just because they're able to get those quirks within highlighting the beauty and the aspects of tourism. And more than anything else, it's about being able to create a value system and a value chain where they're not just content creators, but then they're able to be content owners, and they're opening up their own businesses to further facilitate this growth of the industry. So in terms of those skills as well, how much of it is also going to be focusing on the business aspect of it? Skills development is fabulous. It's just that it needs to be able to speak into the greater value chain and the ecosystem, especially within the tourism industry.
I think this is the value of this new approach, because I mean, I think we've been creating these kind of opportunities for youth for employability, and its focus has been predominantly on the development side, as you noted, Faith. What we're trying to do now with this particular program is actually skill up youth with capabilities and skills that they're able to use from a portable point of view, where they're able to start their own businesses. And ideally what we want them to do is, as they use those skills, and I mentioned the skills earlier on, from videography, photography, becoming local guides, being influencers, they're able to take that and actually create their own small businesses and showcase other small businesses like local accommodation, like local attractions within these rural towns. And hopefully then they're able to employ more people. But coming back to the skills specifically to run a small business, I mean, at the same time that we're trying to skill them up with those portable skills, you need to be able to help them to manage a particular small business that they might decide to start up. And so we have to focus on how do we help them with how to run a small business, how to manage your finances, how to access for funding, etc., etc. So it's a combination of skills, not just the hardcore portable skills that they would need in order to, support the tourism sector.
Yeah, 1,000 youth jobs. I must say one thing, Rayanne, that is fabulous. I think it's fantastic for any young person, and many of them are wondering exactly how do we get involved? I mean, how do we participate in something of this magnitude?
I think at the end of the day is youth needs to understand that in order to participate, they need to want to be there, because there's so many of them out there. We need to make sure that those that are interested are going to stay and stick to the formula and try and really build either getting employed or starting their own businesses. They're able to access the Youth Employment Services site and actually register themselves to participate. At the same time, we're also encouraging youth to identify opportunities within their local environment, where they feel that they can actually stimulate tourism coming into their particular local environment, whether it be in the rural areas, whether it be iconic sites like Table Mountain. But youth needs to start thinking creatively around how they're able to stimulate tourism within their local environment itself.
Mm. And I won't lie to you, Ray, and I've seen a couple of TikToks from young people that showcase a certain either eating destinations, restaurants, as well as, hotel spaces and the like. So it also requires a greater buy-in, especially from corporate side. It's one thing for the young people to be showcasing the tourism destinations. That's fantastic. But we also need corporate to be able to support these young entrepreneurs, these young content creators who are trying really their best, not only to showcase the tourism within the country, but really to create some kind of economic value chain as well. So are these corporates actually coming on board? I mean, I can imagine they need that support.
Absolutely. You spoke about 1,000 youth, and I mean, we had to put a peg in the ground. So we started with 1,000. But the idea is not to stop there. I think we want to grow. I mean, 1,000 is not going to close the gap from youth unemployment or just unemployment rate specifically. We want to grow that to 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. And to do that, you need collaboration, you need crowding in. And so Sanlam, as one of the founding members with Yes, started this program, but we certainly don't want to own this. We want it to be a national imperative. We want it to be a national drive. But somebody needed to start it. So we put up a hand and we said, let's start the process. But we've already got early adopters like Sedres, like Pizza Hut, and some others that are still in discussions with us, which I can't name right now. We've already got those early adopters, and we're all crowding in our funds, we're crowding in our commitment. And to date, we've got already 650 youth across 6 provinces that we've identified and are already going through the program. But the more corporates come along, the more even government comes along and actually support these youth, we're able to extend that further to more youth across the country.
Well, listen, as I said, it's kudos for anybody that is trying to create youth unemployment and be able to stimulate youth unemployment within the country's discourse. So we'll leave it there for now, though. Sanlam's Ray and Sedres, thank you so much for your time this morning. That is the Chief Transformation Officer at Sanlam.